Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've reviewed a lot of these. Too many, probably. But trust me, this one stands out. It caught me off guard. In a good way. Before we get started, there's a special discount if you're interested. The link is in the description and also in the top comment. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer recently got their hands on a new travel router for an upcoming trip and found it to be an absolutely essential piece of gear for staying connected on the move. The tiny device is impressively versatile, making it perfect for travel or just boosting connectivity around the house. One of the best things about this little gadget is its flexibility. Our reviewer found it could easily create a private Wi-Fi network in a hotel room, boost a weak signal from the main router, or connect several gadgets to a single public hotspot. Its design is another major win. The device is small enough to disappear into a pocket or laptop bag, yet it's packed with features that rival much larger units. The inclusion of dual-band Wi-Fi was particularly appreciated, offering a stable and reliable connection for everything from checking emails to streaming video calls without frustrating interference. Setup was also refreshingly simple, with a user-friendly interface that made it easy to switch between functions as needed. A handy USB port even allows for charging other devices or sharing files from a thumb drive across the network. Of course, a device this small has some trade-offs. Our reviewer noted that its signal strength is best suited for a single room, like in a hotel, rather than trying to cover a whole house. Furthermore, the router needs to be plugged into work as it doesn't have a built-in battery. While the USB port is a great feature, it uses an older, slower standard, which is fine for charging but not ideal for transferring huge files. Ultimately, these are minor complaints. For anyone needing a compact and powerful networking tool for the road, this travel router is an excellent choice. It's a reliable and surprisingly capable gadget that has earned a permanent spot in this client's tech bag.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer found this travel router to be quite useful, even beyond its initially intended purpose. Originally purchased for use on a cruise, our reviewer discovered another handy application, connecting a PC without Wi-Fi capability to their home network. The router essentially bridges the gap, connecting to the Wi-Fi, and then using an Ethernet cable to provide internet access to the older PC. While this might not be a common need for most users, it proved invaluable for working with older machines lacking wireless adapters. The client also tested the router's primary function on a cruise ship, aiming to share a single device's Wi-Fi connection with multiple devices. The setup involved the router acting as the sole client on the ship's Wi-Fi, then broadcasting its own separate Wi-Fi signal for other devices to connect to. While technically functional, usability issues arose due to the ship's intermittent and often slow internet access. The connection frequently dropped, requiring repeated logins, and the router lacked a feature to actively maintain the connection. This, however, wasn't the fault of the travel router itself, but rather the unreliable internet service provided. Despite its general functionality, our reviewer did express a desire for a few additional features. A status display showing connected devices, their IP addresses, data usage, and connection times would be helpful. Also, the ability to configure the router to send regular pings or HTTP requests to maintain a stable WAN connection would be a welcome addition. Finally, a more straightforward way to reconfigure the WAN Wi-Fi login information without needing to go through the setup wizard would improve the user experience. Overall, this client thinks this device works as intended, but a basic understanding of networking concepts is beneficial for troubleshooting and getting the most out of it. The included instruct.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer travels frequently for work and spends a lot of time in hotels. They wanted to share their experience using a small travel router to create a personal Wi-Fi hotspot. What our reviewer appreciates most is the ability to connect all their devices to a single access point, solving the common hotel problem where each device is isolated on the network, making things like Chromecast setup a hassle. Initially, this client purchased the smaller, nano version of this type of router. While they found the setup incredibly easy and the device itself remarkably tiny, perfect for portability, they encountered some limitations. Specifically, the Nano struggled with multiple devices connected at once, with noticeable slowdowns due to its single-band antenna. Later, our reviewer upgraded to a larger model of this travel router. The experience was significantly improved. They report much cleaner and more stable connections, effortlessly handling all their devices. While this bigger router boasts more features, our reviewer admits they don't really use them. It is still small enough to be travel-friendly, though noticeably larger than the Nano. However, the setup wasn't quite as streamlined, with an additional hardware switch that added a bit of confusion. The reviewer emphasized that they tested both devices at the same hotel, so the performance differences observed were consistent. They also noted that both routers get a little warm during use, but not to a concerning degree. Ultimately, the reviewer feels that the only real reason to choose the Nano version over the Big Brother is if absolute pocket-sized portability is paramount and you're willing to sacrifice speed and stability for it.
If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.